it keeps me on balance. You know, I can't not be there for a very long time. I need it, just like I need coffee in the morning.
It's peace of mind. There's just no place on earth better than to be out in a garden than in Knoxville in East Tennessee.
I enjoy nature. I just enjoy the beauty of it.
My name is Sherry Lee. I've been in the Knoxville Garden Club for over 26 years and loved every minute of it.
Yes, I've had the distinct pleasure of being a member since 2009, and I love having the opportunity to gain wisdom and knowledge of gardening from all these wonderful women.
The theme for our gardens this year is all about garden legends, rooted in tradition. And so just the perfect group to recognize and really show appreciation for, gratitude for, is the Knoxville Garden Club.
Well, it all started on March 15th, 1923, when Mrs. John S. Brown invited a group of her garden-loving friends to her home, where she proceeded to announce, "We're going to have a garden club." And they proceeded to elect her president.
Well, I think everyone that got in the Knoxville Garden Club realized that was what we were about. We were workers, and we were to dig, we were to propagate, we were to plant, and appreciate and enjoy the beauties of nature.
The membership has always been full of a creative group of women with great vision.
We started out in 1923 with the mission to learn about gardening, and that has grown into a tradition of improving our community, making this area, East Tennessee, more beautiful than it already is.
Part of our purpose is conservation as well.
We've taken on projects like Blunt Mansion that was in shambles, and now it's just a premier feature of Knoxville.
Wow, as I learned more about the history of the Knoxville Garden Club, it's just amazing when you look at who the founding members were, and so many were just leaders in our Knoxville community.
The original acreage of Imes Nature Center belonged to one of our members.
I mean, Knoxville just has so many cultural events that are involved with the environment, the beautiful environment that we have in this area.
Reaching back into our roots, one of the most important things was that they actually started the Dogwood Trails back in 1955, which has now grown into our Dogwood Arts Festival.
Our Talahi plant sale creates funding every year to support all these organizations that have a like purpose.
And we are consistently one of the recipients of their community grants. You know, the Knoxville Garden Club is responsible for 2 scholarships that come into our College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources.
Knoxville Garden Club has a long, rich tradition with the UT Gardens, and we recognize the important UT Gardens plays in enhancing the culture and the community at Knoxville, and we are so excited to be a part of that.
A legend in the Knoxville Garden Club is Emily Bruner.
I lived across the street from Emily Bruner when I first got married. Let's see, I was 23 at the time and knew nothing about gardening. Emily, she knew it all.
And every week we would go over to Emily Bruner's house on Forest Glen Drive. She lived way up this hill, and we would go in there and sit in her basement and write furiously. From the very minute we got there, she would start telling us things that we needed to know about soils, about how to use natural fertilizer. She was so far ahead of her time.
You know, somebody's going to throw this away one day, and I thought it needs to be preserved. I gathered the information, and Nancy edited it and put it all together, and we came up with the book in 1972.
There is so much that she knew that people have now come to realize that she knew more almost than anyone in this whole area.
James Swan, who owned Swan's Bakery, contacted her about overseeing his gardening crew.
And as she was cleaning up and tidying up and maintaining this landscape for the community, which says everything, she discovers that there's some holly seedlings. And she recognized that the leaf margins and all were different.
So she took the 6 little seedlings, took them home, put them in her greenhouse, and when they were, mature enough, she planted them in her garden. That time, Don Shadow was a student at UT. He would come over frequently to walk through her garden because she had so many unusual things.
And Don Shadow, even as a graduate student, knew Emily was right. She had a new, different holly.
And he in turn named the female Emily Bruner. And then Emily in turn named the male holly James Swan after Mr. Swan of the bakery.
And I'm here to tell you, fast forward to 2017, the Emily Bruner holly is a staple plant in the horticulture industry.
The membership has always had a great love of the region that we live in and the beauty that surrounds us.
I can't put a price on the friendships that I've made in the Knoxville Garden Club.
We live in a pretty extraordinary world, and a gardener gets closer to it